Hello and welcome to another episode of Wellness Beyond Limits, where we explore important topics that impact your well-being. I'm your host Caleb Famonung, and today we're diving into a crucial subject: the dangers of auto-medication. That it's a practice that many people have engaged without thinking twice, but it carries serious risks that often are underestimated. So, guys, let's get started. Auto medication or self medication is when an individual takes medications without professional guidance, often relying on over the counter medication, drugs, or leftover prescriptions to treat their ailments. While it might seem harmless at the moment or even convenient to some people, automedication can lead to significant health risk. To help us understand these dangers, we have on the podcast today Dr. Thompson, a clinical pharmacist with over 15 years of experience. And welcome to the podcast, and thank you for honoring our invitation, Dr. Thompson.
Thanks, Caleb. It's great to be here.
We're glad to have you, Doctor. So let's start by discussing why people might turn to auto medication in the first place.
Sure. There are several reasons why people might choose to self-medicate. Convenience is a big factor. Many people think that it's easier to grab something from the pharmacy than to make an appointment with their doctor. Others might be trying to avoid the cost or time associated with seeing a healthcare professional. Some individuals may also believe that they know their own bodies well enough to make these decisions safely.
Those all sound like understandable motivations, but they definitely come with potential risks. Can you explain some of the dangers associated with automedication, Doctor?
Absolutely. One of the major risks is misdiagnosis. Without professional input, individuals might incorrectly identify their symptoms and use the wrong medication, which can lead to ineffective treatment or worsening of the condition. For example, using a pain reliever for a symptom that's actually a sign of something more serious, like an infection, can delay necessary medical intervention.
Thank you very much, Doctor. That makes some sense. What about the risk of drug interaction?
Drug interactions are another significant concern. People often take multiple medications, including OTC drugs, supplements, and prescription medications. When taken together without medical oversight, these substances can interact in harmful ways. For instance, combining certain over-the-counter medications with prescription drugs can lead to dangerous side effects or reduced effectiveness of one or both drugs.
That's really important. That's an important aspect to consider, Doctor. And are there other risks related to self-medication?
Yes, there are a few more. Overuse or misuse of medications is common in auto-medication. For example, individuals might take higher doses than recommended or use a medication more frequently than advised, which can lead to side effects or even dependency in some cases. Additionally, self-medication can mask symptoms of a serious condition, which means the underlying problem goes untreated.
I see. Thank you so much for it. So, Doctor, what should people do instead of resorting to self-medication?
The best approach is to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new medication. A doctor or pharmacist can provide a proper diagnosis and recommend appropriate treatments. For minor issues, it's still a good idea to consult with a pharmacist for guidance on over-the-counter options. And for ongoing conditions, maintaining regular checkups with your healthcare provider is crucial.
Great advice from a professional like you. And but before we wrap up this session of the podcast, are there any final tips you would like our listeners to know and that you want to share with them?
Yes, I'd encourage listeners to be cautious with any medication they take. Always read labels carefully, follow dosage instructions, and be aware of potential interactions with other medications you might be taking. And of course, when in doubt, consult a healthcare professional.
Thank you so much, Dr. Thompson, for sharing your insight and your advice, on this very important topic. Thank you, and we're really happy to have you tonight.
Thanks, Caleb. It was my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. And remember, your health is worth the extra effort it takes to seek professional advice. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, be sure to subscribe to Wellness Beyond Limits and share with friends and family. And until next time, guys, stay informed and stay healthy. Have a great evening and God bless you.